For many women over 65, an osteoporosis diagnosis feels like a loss of agency. The standard medical response usually involves high-potency drugs, which often carry risks of significant side effects that can be as concerning as the condition itself. Reclaiming your health naturally requires a transition from general wellness to a specific four-step daily protocol. This framework is designed to systematically reverse bone loss by optimizing your body's internal rebuilding mechanics. Before you begin the first step, you must secure two foundations: a physician's clearance for high-intensity resistance training and a comprehensive blood test to determine your baseline vitamin D levels. These metrics are your only way to move beyond guesswork. Without a documented baseline, you cannot accurately measure if the protocol is successfully increasing your bone mineral density over time. Step 1 focuses on the mechanical foundation of the skeleton. To trigger the growth of new bone tissue, you must introduce a consistent workload of heavy weight-bearing resistance training. The effectiveness of this training depends entirely on the type of movement. Bone density increases through multi-joint exercises like squats and deadlifts. Isolated single-joint movements, such as bicep curls, fail to create the systemic stress required for skeletal adaptation. Your routine should incorporate movements that require explosive physical power. Dynamic step-ups, box jumps, and intense rope jumping provide the high-impact stimulus that signals the body to reinforce the bone matrix. To amplify the results of this physical effort, the protocol requires a daily intake of 10 grams of creatine. While creatine provides no standalone benefit for bone health, it acts as a biological multiplier when paired with heavy resistance. This specific combination creates the synergy needed to force an increase in bone density. Step 2 targets a daily intake of 1,000 milligrams of calcium. This requirement must be met through a food-first strategy, rather than relying on high-dose supplements. You can reach this target by centering your meals around whole food sources. Greek yogurt, oats, and dark leafy greens provide the most bioavailable forms of the mineral. Attempting to meet this 1,200 milligram goal with high-dose calcium pills is dangerous. Without the proper dietary context, these supplements can contribute to arterial calcification and long-term cardiovascular damage. In this cross-section, calcium particles become trapped within the bloodstream. To move these minerals safely, the body utilizes vitamin K1 and K2. Vitamin K acts as an active shuttle, relocating the calcium directly into the porous bone matrix for reconstruction. Without this transport mechanism, dietary calcium remains a cardiovascular liability. Vitamin K ensures the mineral builds your skeleton rather than obstructing your arteries. Step 3 is the management of vitamin D. The goal is to reach and sustain a blood concentration between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter. However, millions of people hit a biochemical bottleneck. Even with high-dose vitamin D supplements, progress often stalls because of a widespread deficiency in dietary magnesium. To clear this bottleneck, you need 300 to 500 milligrams of magnesium daily. This can be sourced from seeds and leafy greens, or through a high-quality magnesium glycinate supplement. This biochemical dependency exists because magnesium is the essential cofactor. It acts as the specific catalyst required to convert inactive vitamin D3 into its functional state. Without it, the ingested vitamin D3 remains dormant, unable to regulate bone mineralization. This makes vitamin D3 supplementation effectively useless if it isn't supported by parallel magnesium intake. You must have both to activate the bone-building process. Step 4 involves establishing lifestyle guardrails. These are the defensive measures required to protect the new bone mass the first 3 steps have generated. To stop the cycle of deterioration, you must eliminate these variables. Being underweight, consuming alcohol, and smoking are primary drivers of bone loss that will negate your progress. Once those risks are removed, you can add collagen peptides as a secondary enhancer. While the evidence for bone density is still preliminary, the benefits for skin health provide a guaranteed upside. Reversing bone loss is not just about adding nutrients, it's about removing the toxins that fuel the decay. You cannot supplement your way out of a lifestyle that is actively breaking down your skeleton. This is your completed blueprint for natural bone reversal. You begin with the physical foundation, 10 grams of daily creatine combined with high-impact multi-joint resistance training. You manage the nutritional flow by hitting 1,200 milligrams of food-first calcium directed to the bone by the vitamin K transport system. And you power the hormonal engine by maintaining vitamin D levels, ensuring every milligram is metabolically activated by 300 to 500 milligrams of magnesium. Save this protocol and coordinate with your physician. By replacing isolated exercises with multi-joint mechanics and optimizing these 4 steps, you can stop the deterioration and reclaim your physical independence.